"How is your father?" he asked him. "I have no idea," Laurent replied. "We've quarreled. It has been 5 years since we last wrote to each other." "Well, really?" cried the clerk, amazed at such monstrous behavior. "Yes, the dear fella has his own notions. He is constantly in dispute with his neighbors. So he sent me to a college, with his dream of finding in me a lawyer who would win all his cases for him later on. Ah, old man Laurent's ambitions are pure expediency. He wants us to turn even his craziness to account." "And you didn't want to be a lawyer?" said Camille, increasingly astonished. "Certainly not," replied his friends, laughing. "For 2 years I pretended to attend classes, just to receive the allowance of 1,200 francs supplied by my father. I lodged with one of my college mates, a painter, and I began to do a bit of painting myself. That was fun. The profession is amusing, not tiring. We smoked, joked all day long. The Raquin family were saucer-eyed. Unfortunately, continued Laurent, it couldn't last. My father knew that I was telling him lies. He clean cut of my 100 francs a month and invited me to come and dig the earth alongside him. So I tried to paint holy pictures. Bad for business, as I saw quite plainly that I was going to die of hunger. I sent art to the devil and hunted for a job. My father will have to die one of these days. It's what I'm waiting for, so I can live without having to work." Laurent spoke in a calm voice. In a handful of words, he had just told a characteristic story that painted a complete picture of him. At bottom, he was a sluggard, with a full-blooded appetite, a fixed desire for easy, lasting enjoyment. All this great, powerful body demanded was not to have to work, just to wallow in perpetual idleness and glut. He would have liked to eat well, sleep well, abundantly, satisfy his passions, without stirring from his seat, without risking the ill luck of the slightest strain. The legal profession had appalled him, and he shuddered at the idea of digging the earth. He had thrown himself into art, hoping to find it in a sluggard's calling. The brush seems to him a light tool to handle. He reckoned success would be easy. He dreamed of a life of cheap and sensual pleasure, a fine life full of women, of reclining on couches, eating, getting drunk. The dream lasted as long as an old man Laurent sent the money. But when the young man, already 30, saw poverty looming, he began to reflect. He felt craven in the face of hardship. He would never have accepted a single day without bread for the greater glory of his art. He sent painting, as he put it, to the devil, the day he realized that it would never gratify his generous appetites. His first attempt had stayed